Hi, I want to share some information with you. As I was meditating today, I got pulled into a meeting and it was really good news. What was said was, congratulations, a huge milestone has been crossed upon our planet, because they're saying that more and more are seeing through the patterns and the deceit and the distortions than ever before. And that's really, really important, because it is those very things that has kept humanity locked in chains. And I may read some of this because it was a lot of information. But they were saying, more are starting to see that the script is just the same. The players have changed, the places have changed, but we can look back to the 2005 eclipse season when everything was on high alert and it was hitting level red or level orange or whatever it was, and how again we're going through that war cycle to really pull up fear. And so what was said was that more are coming to the realization that they are powerless to change anything out there. And people are essentially stopping trying. They're stopping because they're seeing, like, I can't impact that out there. And so what they're doing is they're pulling back their energy and they're focusing on what they can impact. And for a lot of us, that could be our deep inner work. It could be work that maybe it's in your child's school. Maybe it's in your neighborhood. But it's right here, right now, because imagine if every person focused on what is in front of them, the piece of trash that needs to be picked up. If we focused on the smaller things and everyone did that, the bigger things would not be the way that they are. But the really important part is, it was said that in this moving away from the latest offered story, offered drama and distraction, they then begin to initiate within the activation of their true coding. And so the more that we pull back and the less we scatter ourselves out there, the more we are activating our true source coding, the more we are returning home within. And that's really important. The more the power of attention is pulled from the challenging world situations, the faster it will dissipate. It's, and I understand, like, when you get into the drama of everything that's going on, these words can sound, mean and cruel, and that's not it at all, because we can still hold compassion, I can still send love, and I can still not give tremendous amounts of energy to make it so that I don't have energy for right here, right now. And that's the point. That's one of the reasons that the energy gets pulled the way it does. They said very clearly that the pulling away of attention and energy is not to be done in an apathetic, hopeless way of, I can't do anything, I can't fix anything, nothing works. Not at all, because that's giving away your power too. It's done more in a stance of, I can help that right here. I can fix that. I can assist with that, but I cannot do anything that's happening over here. But every time I pay attention to what's happening over here, I feel awful. I feel hopeless. And so it is a switching of your energy into the things that you can participate in, the things that you can make a difference in. And that's a big deal. It's a really big deal. The pulling away is the understanding that it is creative energy that is required to maintain the distraction, the latest drama. And when this is pulled away and purposefully channeled into something else, this is when true empowerment happens. And that's really important to understand. Because we're all wanting to be empowered beings. We're all wanting to be of assistance. We're wanting to shift this world. And what was said was that the more that we pull back, the more we actually are assisting. This is really, really good news. And I do apologize for reading. I just couldn't get it all out. Now, one of the things that was said was this is monumental, especially when the energy is removed from one event and it is then funneled into something else. And this accelerates the growth for self and for others. So it's not okay, well, let me stop paying attention to that, and now I'm going to sit in front of the TV for 10 hours and binge. No, it's what can I do? What can I do to assist my growth? What can I do to assist this world? But my world, right here in front of my face. And so one of the things they said was that the more and more people that do that, the more the light codes can come in, really activating the source coding within. It's almost as if we have more energy to handle it. And so, I did ask the question. I said, there's a lot of people on this planet that are not, they're not doing any of their inner work. They're not moving themselves forward. What about them? And, everything's a choice, right? But once the majority that they're really concerned about, the ones that are making the big shifts on this planet, the ones that are anchoring in light, once the majority of them are able to sustain the light codes without being completely and utterly knocked flat, the higher intensity ones will come in. And these, yeah, it's a pain, but these are the ones we want. These are the ones with the remembering codes. And the more that we can remember and walk in our power, the faster all of this shifts. So this is really good news. It's very good news. And hopefully I've explained it well and reading wasn't too obnoxious. And I also just wanted to take a minute and invite you to my newest offering. And it is an online community. It's called the Inner Circle. And it runs a lot like Facebook, so it's very intuitive and easy to use. And I'll attach a link below. Check it out. It is free to join. And it's where we are bringing together like-minded souls. And so that we can connect and feel safe on social media. I am personally finding that the spam and the scams, they are accelerating. My profiles have been flagged and I have no idea why. And so it's always this concern of at any moment, they can completely wipe clean everything that you've created, whatever, page or things like that. And every time I complain, my team would say, create something new. Basically it was like, stop complaining and do something else. And finally, I have done that. So I will put a link for that in the comments. I really would love for you to be there and for you to participate. Read what's going on and post. And let's make this a really good, viable spiritual community. All right, so I wanted to share this good news with you. Take care. We are at just past the halfway point of the eclipse corridor. This weekend promises to be very interesting. So we'll see how that does. All right, you guys take care.